This video includes days 10 to 149 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. So put it on the background while you do something else. Or don't. Day 10. Today we are villager wrangling. Our wonderful friends were kind enough to bunch up in this well for us. We just have to transport them. While I get them in a boat, how was your day? Tell me in the comments. Mine? Well, today I went to school. As I do. All the teachers were talking about how we got a new phone policy. And while I agree, phones shouldn't be in schools, I also think you shouldn't be introducing a bill like this in the middle of a year. This is something you put at the start of the year, and you enforce it hard. One of my least favorite things is when people tell me the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's so annoying. It makes me feel like a child, and I am not a child. I am 17 years old. I am almost an adult. Anyways, today I got to spend some time coloring. Let me tell you, coloring, that shit is awesome. I love it so much. I get to sit there and I get to be desensitized and I get to look at the funny colors. Oh my goodness. I cannot recommend it enough. I've decided on a name for the dog as well. From now on, my dog will be named Floof. I got 3 villagers into the basement before night. I could have gotten more, but I was lazy and I didn't want to risk them. Every day, I remember how little time I have. I only have 20 minutes before I have to stop. Don't think I'm complaining, because I'm not. It's quite an enjoyable cycle, really. I'm just making an observation about how the challenge works. Hello, my friends. It is day 11. I'm uploading this a little bit later than usual, and I'm sorry about that. But that's because me and my father went hunting today. I got up at 4 a.m. and we headed off to the mountains. Bright and early. Dark and early, actually. The sun wasn't up yet. We spent maybe 5 hours waiting, and we're about to leave. When we found it. We found an elk. It was up on a hillside. Long story short, we got dinner. I'm not much of a hunter. There's too much waiting around to do, and I absolutely despise the feeling of holding a gun. But I do enjoy being outside, and I got to watch the sun rise, which I always like. Today's Minecraft day was a lot like my real day. A lot of walking and waiting. I spent a few minutes trying to get this farmer to trade wheat. Thankfully, he didn't take too long. Then I started leveling up a toolsmith. Eventually, I spent all my iron trying to level him up, so he better give me something good. I started a pumpkin farm later in the day so I could earn some extra money from the farmer, and I chopped some trees for a later project. I'm gonna start making walls around the compound tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Hello, my friends. It is now day 12 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. I know that yesterday I said I would start building walls, but I'm not gonna do that today. Mainly because I don't have the resources I want for the walls. So instead, I spent today trading with villagers and generally expanding my agriculture. I respect your time, and I'm also incredibly tired from yesterday's hunt. So, we're gonna speed this up. Pumpkins, trading, kidnapping, fletching it, wheat stealing, fear, big spruce, pumpkins, and finally, terraforming. I'll leave you with a question that I've been thinking about a lot recently. Why do you do things? What is the underlying motivation? What is the root? I hope you are hungry, because I have nothing in store. These 2 days were just as boring as every other day. However, I want that view retention. Do not click off this video. I swear to God, if you click off right now, and they're gone, aren't they? Well, guess it's just you and me now, huh? Listen, I really wanted to make something entertaining for you, but I just can't. I tried going to the Nether, but it was just a series of unfortunate events. As you can see, me and the Nether don't really mix these days. You know, something botch relationship. Yeah. It was a messy breakup. If you want the details, go watch day 3, I think it was. I spill everything about it in that video. But yeah, so I lost all my armor, and that's fun. So, I start working to replace it by, villager trading, obviously. But what I don't realize is that villager trading takes way longer to set up than I remember. so it's gonna be a while before I can go back into the nether. I started working on my armor smith, who should give me enchanted diamond armor for emeralds. Unfortunately, to level him up, I need coal, or I need to buy boots from him. So I'm gonna go out and get some coal and hopefully level him up that way. I returned from the coal quest with enough coal for 2 emeralds. This is not going to work. So, reluctantly, I buy boots from the man. While I'm buying boots, I realize that my villager breeder is kind of full. So I go out and collect wool for more beds. Obviously, because I'm stupid, I did this at night. And you know what comes out at night? Skeletons. But yeah, that's basically all the interesting stuff that happened. I just spent the rest of my time working on walls. Wow, look at those. Those look like walls. If I looked like a wall, I'd look like that. Call me Dr. Wall or something, the way I be building these walls. This bit is going on for too long. We need to build a wall to separate the bit from the bit. Maybe, segregate it a little bit. So it's like a shorter bit. Yeah, this is a good idea. Wall. Walls. Yes. Surrounded by the moon's golden rays, as long as I've got that. Day 16 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. I got a suggestion in my comments yesterday saying that I should do daily challenges, but I've interpreted this as a daily quest. Today's daily quest: find and grow a happy ghast. So that's what we're gonna do. I bought some feather falling boots from my armorer for a little bit of an extra chance in the nether. Then it was off to the races. I spotted a soul sand valley nearby, so I crossed the basalt delta to get to it. It was a rather small soul sand valley, all things considered, but it did have a singular ghast block, guarded by a larger ghast block. So I dueled this larger ghast block for ownership of the smaller ghast block. Obviously, since I am so talented and honestly the best warrior in the land, I came out on top. Hello there, child. You are now mine. But kidnapping is only step 1. Step 2 of owning your own happy ghast is to put it in water. So I put it in water. Step 3 of the process of owning a happy ghast is snow. So I'm gonna go get snow. I almost died several times trying to get this snow. I really hope this ghast appreciates it. When I got home, however, I realized that you can't make happy ghasts grow with snow. You have to wait for them to grow up by themselves. So I just wasted so much time. So, I guess that means today was a mission fail. Today's mission: get a copper golem. Mission complete. Alright, cool, so what now? Today's mission: wax the copper golem. You! Get out of my room! What are you doing in here? Alright. We are back with another day of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. That was all one take. Aren't you guys proud of me? I'm not stuttering. So, the strange man in my room told me I have a mission. I don't know how to get bees, alright? I'm gonna be honest. I looked, I checked, I can't find them. I found some other useful stuff while I was out though. Jungle wood, dark oak wood, birch wood, They took my bees. They took all the bees in the world. They took all my bees. They're gone. Oh God. Oh God, where did they take my bees? He tried to warn us. Jerry Seinfeld tried to warn us, and we didn't listen. Now they're gone. All the bees are gone. Oh, I found them. And there's no honey. Cool. I can just die. Is that an option? Alright, I waited till morning. Did you guys? They didn't do anything. I don't know how bees work. Let's do some research. I see. bee. Never mind. Okay, so it looks like I'm just gonna have to get some Silk Touch and come back tomorrow. Ooh, is that a bee? Where is your hive? Where are your family members? Why? Why are all of you so useless? Fine. I guess that means today was a... Day 18 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate. Now listen, I am tired, so I thought I'd take it easy today. And for today's quest, we are going to build a bee house. Alright, the bee house is done. Just kidding, I just got bored, and now I don't want to finish it. I put some campfires in at least, that's cool. I also tried to get some actual bees to put in there, but I don't have Silk Touch, so I guess I'll do that tomorrow. My ghast also grew up into my frickin' floor, so that's gonna be a fun time to get out. Yeah, short video. I'm super tired. And I don't want to do this. But I've made a commitment, so I will. Hello, my friends. It seems that the fatigue that struck me yesterday has continued. Even still, I persist. Welcome to day 19 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. Today, for my silly little quest, I want to get Silk Touch. So I'm gonna work on that. I need 3 things in order to get Silk Touch. 1. Experience, so that I might enchant a weapon with Silk Touch. 2. Bookshelves to enchant my enchanting table so that it might enchant a weapon with Silk Touch. And 3. To get this ghast out of my floor. It took a little bit of demolition, but now that it's done, we can finally focus on getting Silk Touch. And fixing the house, I guess. Give me a second to patch this up. Gathering experience and gathering bookshelves both have the same solution. The cows. And also villagers, but I don't want to do a librarian right now, so I'm just gonna trade with them. For experience, obviously, I'm gonna kill the cows for the bookshelves. And just like that, we have a full enchanting table and 30 levels. After enchanting a couple of hoes, I finally decide to enchant my pickaxe. Now, it's time for revenge. Come here, you insectoid freak. You're mine now. Yoink. You're not getting away either, mister. Yoink. Oh, now you're calling in the Air Force? What is this? Some kind of military bee? Now watch as your winged friends burn in the fires of the sun. Also, welcome to your new home. I hope you like it here. I got you some nice flowers, too. I hope you like them. Make me honey, or I will kill you. Please? Hello, my friends. It is day 20 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate. Today, I want to start on beating the game. So, the daily quest will be to find a warped forest. Infrastructure will be a key part in beating the game, at least in my estimation. So, I started building a road. Where will this road lead? I have no idea. What will it do? I have no idea, but it's gonna be built. The political landscape of Minecraft is quite complex. However, I'm going to take you through a crash course on one of the most interesting subjects of the political discourse. The magma cubes. Magma cubes are anarchists, but not in the traditional sense. They hate infrastructures. Roadways, railways, anything like that. They hate it. And of course, since I'm over here building infrastructure, they cannot let that stand. And so I died. Obviously, since infrastructure is so freaking cool, I was able to get back relatively easily. And, unfortunately, I lost all of my stuff. But I did get the pants back. And the pickaxe. I really did not want to lose the pickaxe today, because I spent so long yesterday trying to get that thing. Against all reason and better judgment, I continue forward, trying to find this warped forest. My single-minded pursuit led me to get lost deep in the nether somewhere. I set up a small base on the edge of a crimson forest where I could regroup, hopefully. If I want to get back home, I'll need to establish a foothold here. This alien dimension is full of dangers that could easily send me back days of progress if I'm not careful. So I need to do this right. Tomorrow, I make a place for myself here. I have spent too long avoiding the dangers of the nether, and now my inexperience has caught up to me. But for now, I rest, the best I can in this place. Hell, that's where I found myself today, on day 21. Not by the hands of some divine creature, but by my own. My own mistakes brought me here. This is my shame, and so, I will not leave the nether until I have formally and sufficiently accounted for my prior naivete. The first step to that is in here, a bastion, at the heart of which, a treasure trove like nothing else in the nether. But it's guarded by piglin brutes who will easily have my head in my weakened state. To repent for my sins, I must get this treasure and escape with my life. I start by digging through the side of the treasure room and make my way down. I find out the hard way that I only barely survived being hit by these things. With some careful digging, I make it to the bottom within sight of the treasure. When I abandon caution and start bridging towards it, disaster strikes. A piglin brute drops on me from the level above, giving me no time to react as it kills me. My fear of the nether has now been reinforced completely, and all of my progress is gone. The rest of my armor, my silk touch pickaxe, my resolve, all lost to the fire. But tomorrow, I will rise again, as I always do. It's a new day, day 22 to be specific. My body regenerated in a bed in my villager breeder. Despite resurrection healing my physical injuries, I could still feel a dull ache where the piglin's axe crushed my skull. I climbed out of the basement and was met with rain, which felt very good after such a long time spent in hell. Today I started getting my things back. The villagers were more than happy to help me with this. For a price, I replaced my axe and my boots, my most useful tools other than the silk touch pickaxe. Yes, it'll be a long time before I return to my prior strength, and even longer before I ever return to the nether. I do feel a call to it, though. I doubt I'll be able to stay away forever. It's best to keep busy, though. Who knows what I'll do if I stop moving and start thinking. Thankfully, I need a lot of emeralds, so that'll keep me focused. Hello, my friends. It is day 23 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. Today, let's get started on replacing my stuff, shall we? While I do that, there's something important I want to talk to you about. Firstly, thank you all so much for the support you've given me. It really means a lot that you keep coming back day after day. The second thing I want to talk to you about is a little bit more personal. It's this. Hey, don't get mad at me, I don't make the videos. Oh wait, I do. Just consider it while I tell you this story. I got full diamond armor and I wanted to test it. What better place to test my new armor than a trial chamber? I didn't have a map, of course, so I used a structure finder. Crucify me. Evict me from my apartment. I cheated in my own Minecraft world. Oh no. Alright, we're in. Let's have a little chat about these, shall we? I am not a big fan of trial chambers. They're repetitive, slow-going, and tedious beyond all measure. The exclusive rewards you get from them aren't even worth the time investment. But I am still going to delude myself into thinking I'm going to get a mace. Oh, and my time is up. Never mind. Hopefully going deeper tomorrow will be more exciting. Hello, my friends. Today we are finishing up the trial chamber, so enjoy the montage. Hello, my friends. It is day 25 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. Yesterday's trial chamber turned out to be a bust. I searched every vault and found no heavy cores and no tridents. So today I made my way out. My armor, which I just recently bought, has already seen better days. So I spent the day looking for a mending villager. I placed and broke the same lectern over and over again looking for this stupid book, but this man would not sell it to me. When night came, he started refusing to take work, so I had to find something else to do. Something else to do turned out to be looking for an ocean. I passed a couple of villages on my way looking for my ocean, and foolishly didn't try to take anything from them. I eventually did find my ocean at around dawn, and spent some time exploring it. The last thing I did today was find the most mediocre buried treasure I've ever found in a Minecraft world. Day 26 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. I'm feeling good today, so, while I walk, let me tell you a story. On the land where you now stand, there once was a city. This city was not grand, though the legends now claim it so. No, this city merely existed. Its walls were no taller than any other cities, its halls no more fancy, its towers no longer and its soldiers no stronger. By all reputable accounts, this city was exceptionally ordinary. To the people inside, however, there was no word further from the truth than ordinary. Because inside their low walls of ashen gray, the people had color. Along variegated streets they walked, the cobblestones pocked with splashes of paint. They drank in halls decorated from end to end with prismatic patterns. Each day was filled with luster and brilliance, each person living their life to the fullest. Through the squares they danced, their clothes long and flowing, drifting after them like smoke from a bonfire, splashed with an organized frenzy of reds and blues and yellows and pinks and oranges. Each day was celebrated because there would never be the same day again. Eventually, Nemesis visited this city, as it does to each, and it slowly wrapped its washed-out hands around this city of color, and ever so slightly it began to squeeze. The people didn't notice, nobody ever did, They continued as they always did, drinking, dancing, and singing. Until one night, years after Nemesis had taken hold of them, a night like any other, the town filled with its usual brightness. In a secluded corner of a secluded hall, a lonely man took a life. That was the first of what soon became a cascade of violence pouring throughout the city. Far into the day, the violence continued, a celebration, because each day might be your last. In the end, there was nobody left in the City of Vibrance. Nobody left to speak a eulogy for those who had died. Nobody left to witness the last sunrise on this broken city. None left to witness the death of this City of Vibrance now stained red. All of that is gone now. All that's left of that vibrant city is what you see before you. So take good care of this blood-stained land. Day 27. I started heading back home today, because I didn't find anywhere drowned were spawning frequently, and I didn't want to go any further looking for them. I probably should have explained what I was doing yesterday. I'm looking for a trident. I find it so much more fun to use Riptide with an elytra than to use rockets, and it's way more convenient to jump around into puddles. But that'll have to wait until later, because I didn't find any yesterday and I didn't find any today. Maybe I'll use another trial chamber. Who knows, I love gambling. I got home late and started revamping my storage. I haven't shown it a lot because it sucks. 3 chests, all labeled miscellaneous. Oh no. Oh no, why are there 3 of them? And their father too? Keep your kids under control, man! Okay, they're gone. Whew. I slapped a space above my enchanting table for the chests. I can make it better eventually. But for now, 6 double chests should do. And I can even recruit these little guys to do the work. Hello my friends, it is day 28 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. Listen, I got a lot of schoolwork to do. I gotta get to that. So I'm going over Cliff Notes today, okay? Cool. I finished my storage system. I got a mending book. And then I went around exploring for a little while. I don't really remember why. Anyways, that's all for today. Bye! My splash screen today was Notch's worst nightmare. Welcome to day 29. I still have schoolwork to do, but I can spare some time for you guys. I have no idea why I rode all the way out here yesterday, but I'm just gonna head back. I found this weird looking trail ruin thing. I don't think it is a trail ruin, but I explored and it wasn't. It was nothing. So I just kept going. When I got home, I remembered that I could get Ender Pearls by trading with villagers. So I'm gonna do that. Turns out I'm broke. So naturally, it's time to become a real farmer. Is it just me? Or has that thing gotten bigger? Where am I? The Nether? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no! No, it's not that bad. I can still respawn. Build it from the other side, maybe. Come back to get my stuff. I can just put all my stuff in here and get it back later. Hopefully, at least. It's just a leap of faith. I can do this. God, that hurts. Why am I still here? It's a fluke. I just need to try again. God damn it! What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get out? The fortress. The fortress is my best bet. It looks safe enough. There's nothing here. Where are all the monsters? Is it really just me here? No, there's gotta be something. What is going on? Where is everyone? That's me. Hello? What on earth? Did she just disappear? What the? There. Hello? Who are you? And she's gone. Oh. Hey, who are you? Do you want something from me? What? I don't understand. Hey, wait! Come back. What do you want? Where did she go? Hello? Oh. What do you want from me? And where did everything go? Did that imposter do something? I think I could get used to this. The painless part, at least. There you are! It is me. Hello? Stop running! There you are. Wait. I recognize this. This is the tunnel I made when I was stuck. These are my bridges. If I keep going that way, I'll go to the Bastion. Is that where you want me to go? The Bastion? I could definitely get used to that. I remember making this. I was so scared. Why was I so scared? This place is harmless. There you are. The Bastion? Alright. Why not? So, like, are you gonna disappear as soon as I turn my back this time? Cool, cool. Well, she keeps her word. Alright, the Bastion should be just up ahead. Oh man, I forgot how big it is. Alright, imposter, I'm here. What do you need from me?
You need to keep your promise.
What? What promise? Oh.
Crow, your powers, our world, they run on your
Wait,
promises.
what? Hang on. Ah!
Restore this world. Keep your promises. Don't die.
What do you mean? Are you dead? Do I have to? Oh man. Leap of faith. Ah! It's starting to hurt again. It's right here. I can do it. I can keep my promise. Ah! No, no, no. Not again! You're not killing me again. I'm alive? How am I alive? I did it. I did it. It hurts so bad, but I did it. I did it, right?
You did. You fixed the world. For now. You kept your promise from all those years ago.
All those years? I don't understand. I've been here for a month.
You only remember a month. Be patient. You'll have your answers.
Ugh, where am I? The Nether? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no! No, it's not that bad. I can still respawn. Build it from the other side, maybe. Come back to get my stuff. I can just put all my stuff in here and get it back later. Hopefully, at least. It's just a leap of faith. I can do this. God, that hurts. Why am I still here? It's a fluke. I just need to try again. God damn it! Ah! Ah! What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get out? The fortress. The fortress is my best bet. It looks safe enough. There's nothing here. Where are all the monsters? Is it really just me here? No, there's gotta be something. What is going on? Where is everyone? That's me. Hello? What on earth? Did she just disappear? What the? There. Hello? Who are you? And she's gone. Hey, who are you? Do you want something from me? What? I don't understand. Hey, wait! Come back. What do you want? Where did she go? Hello? Oh. What do you want from me? And where did everything go? Did that imposter do something? I think I could get used to this. The painless part, at least. There you are! It is me. Hello? Stop running! There you are. Wait. I recognize this. This is the tunnel I made when I was stuck. These are my bridges. If I keep going that way, I'll go to the Bastion. Is that where you want me to go? The Bastion? I could definitely get used to that. I remember making this. I was so scared. Why was I so scared? This place is harmless. There you are. The Bastion? Alright. Why not? So, like, are you gonna disappear as soon as I turn my back this time? Cool, cool. Well, she keeps her word. Alright, the Bastion should be just up ahead. Oh man, I forgot how big it is. Alright, imposter, I'm here. What do you need from me?
You need to keep your promise.
What? What promise? Oh,
Crow, your powers, our world. They run on your
wait,
promises.
what? Hang on. Ah!
Restore this world. Keep your promises. Don't die.
What do you mean? Are you dead? Do I have to? Oh man. Leap of faith. Ah! It's starting to hurt again. It's right here. I can do it. I can keep my promise. Ah! No, no, no. Not again! You're not killing me again. I'm alive? How am I alive? I did it. I did it. It hurts so bad, but I did it. I did it, right?
You did. You fixed the world. For now. You kept your promise from all those years ago.
All those years? I don't understand. I've been here for a month.
You only remember a month. Be patient. You'll have your answers.
Hello, my friends. I'm feeling exceptionally normal about this nether portal on day 32. It feels somehow less threatening. Who knows, I might go in. Ooh. I did. It's normal today. It's the nether. Whatever happened yesterday seems to be a one-off thing. I want to beat the game by the end of the month, so I'm gonna go get some blaze rods. The journey there was ordinary. Killing the blazes was ordinary, except for the pumpkin roof. Enemy eliminated. That was cringe. That was really cringe. I'm so sorry. I ditched the spawner with 9 rods and got back to the overworld with 11, so that's fun. I made Eyes of Enders and a brewing stand, and then I ended the day. Day 33. Today was mostly chores. I'm kinda in a rut on what to do, so I spent the day kinda just running around, doing whatever. I also did fix the bee hut, finally. It's been missing a roof for the better part of 2 weeks. Day 34, I checked the seed finder again, and headed for the other trial chamber I found. I'm hoping to get a trident from this eventually. I also forgot to mend my chest plate while I was back at home, so it's super low on health. I made a replacement out of iron and hoped that would do the trick. And then I started the ominous trial. These things are no joke. I got cornered by a husk, had to block myself into one of these door things, and died to a baby husk with a diamond sword. I didn't even know they could have those. Temperatures are starting to drop here in the Mountain West. You know what that means. It's time for us in the studio to lose all of our motivation to do anything. Now enough with the weather, over to Crow with gameplay. Turns out I don't have the voice for a newscaster. I'm too squeaky. And I got a speech impediment, which makes it difficult for me to speak for long periods of time. Unfortunate, I know. I would have been the best trans news anchor on air. They would kill me. They would kill me. You know how they treat trans people. I wouldn't last a day. I'm leaving the trial chamber. I cannot remember why I came in here. I hate these things so much. I got home and started doing what I love, which is whatever I want to be doing at the moment. I traded with some villagers, I chopped some trees, but I realize I have a problem. I'm not getting XP fast enough. I can't enchant, and I can't repair. So we're gonna fix that. How are we gonna fix that? Armadillo. I'll explain it later, don't worry about it. I can make another highway to get to the savanna biome easily so that I can tame these armadillos. Yeah, tame. While I build the highway and connect the portals, I want to talk to you about something. I have a bone to pick with a specific Instagram account, or really the entire genre they make videos in. I know a Minecraft video isn't the best place to discuss this, but this is my platform and I'm going to use it for what I think is a good cause. This is an open letter to 10 kids, 10 years, and any other of the 100 family vlog accounts on that platform. You do not put your kids on the internet ever. Ever. I'm sure you know exactly the vile stuff that gets said about your kids online. And let me make this abundantly clear. I am attacking the parents. I am not attacking the kids. Because it is the parents who are making the reckless, selfish decision to put their kids in danger. And for what? A little bit of fame? A little bit of cash? I've seen a lot of these families respond to criticism like mine with the same excuse. We can't do anything about what people say online. That's bullshit. And you know it is. We all know it is. You can do something about it. You're just not willing to give it up. You can stop putting your kids on the internet anytime you want to. You just choose not to. If I had kids and I found out someone was saying the shit I see in your comment section, I'd be in prison, not letting them have a platform to say that shit. And I sure as hell would not continue to put my kids in that situation. But they don't see the comments. They don't see them now. But in 5 or 10 years when they do, I'll guess what they have to say. Why didn't you do anything? Do better for your kids. Or go fuck yourself. Anyways, that was day 35 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. I'm sorry about the rant. It's just something I'm passionate about. Don't put your kids on the internet. Please. As you know, I am a child on the internet. Technically, I'm still a minor. But I made this decision for myself. And I am old enough to make this decision for myself. Most of the kids in these family vlogs are not. I also don't show my face in these videos because it's unsafe for me to do so. I am sick and tired of basic stories. Listen, I've been reading stories my entire life, and most of them are just the same skeleton with different skins on. I can divide most major stories into 4 loose categories. Okay, now stay with me. Gatsby. Character does thing in a place that we can understand. Undertale. Character does a thing in a place that we kind of understand. The Phantom Toll Booth. Characters do things in a place we don't understand. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We don't understand. There's stuff going on, but it's mangled beyond any recognition to most people. If you can try hard enough and stretch your definition far enough, you can fit any of these into one of these categories. Hey, get out of here. Out. You're in a category, you're a mental illness. Anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yes, the point of that little thesis was just to draw your attention. Did I draw your attention? Good, because I have nothing else to show you. I built a house, and that's kind of it. I'll try to get the Armadillo XP working tomorrow, but for today, that's all I could manage. Also, I didn't forget about you, I just don't have a sign right now. Also, I want to use that girl voice more often, but it really hurts my jaw, so I can't do it for long. If you have any tips on voice training, please leave them in the comments below, thank you. Before I tell you what happened today, is this a fit? I feel like it's a fit. I feel good in it. I just don't know, and I am not the best judge, so tell me in the comments. I am the queen of slapping things together. That being said, look at my house. I thought it looked good yesterday, but clearly I was not in my right mind. Let's just make it worse, huh? Trenches. Yeah, those look terrible. Dirt scaffolding, always a classic. Ooh, niche reference for just my friends? Yes, please. Alright, there we have it. The worst armadillo experience farm this side of the Mississippi. It doesn't even work very well. I just need more armadillos. So... yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. This does not work well, like, at all. But it does repair my armor, and that is kind of all I needed to do. There ain't no rest for the wicked, they say. And me? Well, I'm defying gravity. Welcome to day 38 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. Today, I'm playing the role of a magic man. Observe as I perform my magic tricks. With my magic shovel, I shall perform a feat of great strength. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you're asking for? Yeah. I bet you feel silly now. The magic man never fails his MLG water bucket clutches. Oh god, it happened again. God damn it! I hate silverfish. All of them will burn. I will make sure of it. Day 39 and 40. You're probably wondering what I'm doing in the nether. Aren't I deathly afraid of it? Well, no. If you were following along, you'd remember my character development arc. I'm here because I saw on my seed map that there is an ocean 800 blocks to the northeast. In the nether, that's just 100 blocks, and it saves a lot more time on return trips. I want an ocean for a trident. Riptide is one of my favorite ways to get around, especially after getting an elytra. That night I spent looking for drowned, found few but none with tridents, so I sailed back to the portal. I spent time during the day making a little outpost on my portal island. I don't think it looks too great, but it works. That night I set out again, and found an underwater cave where drowned were spawning in droves. Cue killing montage. And that was the night. No trident, but if we keep going at this pace, we'll have one soon. Until next time, friends. A fisherman needs to wake up at the crack of dawn if he wants his fish. And I need to wake up at the crack of dawn because it is day 41 of playing one day of Minecraft every day. During the day, I lit up the surrounding landmass to stop monsters from spawning where they shouldn't. Then night came and I jumped in the water. Alright, you soggy bastards, you better give me that fork. Now I want you to watch what happened here, because my heart sank. With the trident in hand, I raced home, over the ocean, then through the nether. It was raining as I enchanted my trident with Riptide, so I used the opportunity to take to the sky for the first time in years. Hello my friends, it is day 42 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. I don't really feel like editing much of a video today, so we're gonna keep it quick, alright? Cool. I got mending on my trident, and now I want an elytra. So, I got some Eyes Vendor, and we're going out. My dearest Riptide Trident. There have been many that I have loved in the past. You are worth worlds more than any of they were. I love you. Oh, I did not see you there. Hi, friends. And welcome to day 43. I was, kind of having a moment there, if you didn't see. Well, I guess you want me to tell you what happened, alright. I found the stronghold, but didn't have enough eyes to open the portal. Exploring the area yielded enough books to make the USA bans list jealous, and a few nice enchantment books. After that, I bunny hopped home using my beloved trident. Seriously, this is awesome and super fast once you learn to do it properly. Now the question is, do I put the unbreaking I got on my trident, or do I wait to put it on my elytra? By order of the man who immolates, Trashbird Crow will not be to put the Book of Unbreaking on their trident, and is to instead use it to enhance the function of their elytra. Alright, now that official business is over, let's have some fun, shall we? If you were hoping I'd be fighting the Ender Dragon soon, I hate to disappoint. That isn't going to happen until my birthday, which is a few days away. I want to start a big building project. I've kind of been ignoring starting big projects because I don't want multiple days in a row of just building, because I think that's boring. But I do think I have a way of making it interesting for you, so stay tuned for that. But as Stan616 will tell you, you can't build without first collecting 1,000,000 blocks. So today I'm getting started on the first step in that process, a kind of okay-ish smelter. And I'm out of iron. Okay, well, you know what that means.
Creeper. Oh man. So we back in the mine, got our pickaxe swinging from side to side, side to side. This task a grueling one, hope to find some diamonds tonight, diamonds tonight. Heads up, you hear a sound, turn around and look up. Total shock fills your body.
Happy Halloween, my friends. Do you have anything fun planned? Cause I don't. Instead, I'm staying home and playing Minecraft. Aren't I sad? I finished up the kind of okay smelter and made a lava dripper to feed it. Now that I have a good smelter and some fuel, I can find something to smelt with it. But what to smelt? And that's when it hit me. Rain. So I flew northwards. My trident, while limited, is super useful in the right situations. I got to the desert and started shoveling as much sand as I could fit in my pockets. Flying home can wait till tomorrow, don't worry about that. Go have some fun tonight, alright kids? POV. Alaska Seaplane. I did actually edit this video yesterday, but I felt bad about how little I did, so I decided to do a compound video to compensate. I finished up the smelter for real this time, but now my golems are getting kinda upset about it, like, ooh, I don't know which chests to put things. Shut the fuck up, you know exactly which way. I'm not funny today. Why am I not funny today? So I solved the problem in the only way I know how, by ignoring it and going to the nether. I wanted an alternative fuel source because it would take a while for my lava to, you know, duplicate. So I decided on blaze rods. It was a terrible decision in hindsight, but that is what I did. When I got back, I realized trees existed and they were made out of furnace food. And then I felt like a dumbass. Day 46 was the start of the Industrial Revolution. While many people start with a classic iron farm, I prefer the cobble generator, because I don't need that much iron right now, and I need stacks of stone. I've built this cobblestone generator multiple times, but I just couldn't lock in today and build it. The first problem was my lava supply. That sucked, going back and forth from the nether to stockpile. My second problem was the monsters. Dear lord, they did not like my cobblestone generator. The third problem was that I didn't gather my supplies beforehand, so I had to keep pausing to get things, like note blocks or observers or trapdoors. I can definitely have it done tomorrow though. Day 47 I finished the cobblestone generator and started cooking up some rock. And yes, the generator did take me the entire day. I fueled it up with some tree. Heard this is good for them on a pet blog somewhere. On day 48 I kept going on the stone production. The project I'm planning is going to take chests of it. After gathering some, I head back to spawn and start building. Some of you might have guessed what I was doing. Some of you might have not. But it's a floating island. I love floating islands. I got the idea from a hardcore world I played a while ago, where I built a skybase. Can you guess how that world ended? Yeah. Anyways, I'll be building the islands over the next few days. My plan right now is 3 of them, but that can change at any time depending on, you know, my mood. If you want to name the islands, feel free to suggest names in the comments. I got the bottom built on one of the islands and then started the process of feeding my furnaces again. Oh man, this week is really busy. I got a ship of Theseus to build, I got a boulder to push to the top of the mountain, so I gotta lock in and make this video before I get too far behind on that. Day 49, I grabbed as much stone as I could and went out to the job site. I spent most of the day getting the structure up. Now I just need dirt to finish the top. So I head to the XP farm to repair the shovel. Day 50, I repair my shovel and grab an inventory worth of dirt. I placed all the dirt down and it's looking kinda nice up here now. Tell me what I should build up here in the comments. I still have no idea. Today, I want to make building the islands as simple and quick as possible. So I made a riptide canal connecting the two rivers between my compound and the islands. I then refilled my smelter and repaired my shovel. I still need so many materials for this. Here is another reason I love Riptide. It makes climbing things just so much quicker. I started outlining the second island just far enough from the first island to Riptide to. This one is bigger than the first by quite a bit, and I think I'll put a nice little homestead up here. Day 52. I got a lot of good suggestions in the comments on what to build on my islands. So today I'm gonna get started on those. I have two favorites that I'm gonna build. The first is by Sturvo, a McDonald's. That's really funny, so I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna wait to build that, and first I'm going to build the other suggestion, which is by Fire the Blue Monkey, being a magma island. So I went to the nether to gather the materials. I'm going to make the main bulk of the island out of netherrack and put a magma meteorite on top. Once I finished gathering the rack, I decided to connect my compound to the islands with a portal, which hopefully would speed up travel times immensely. It took far too long for me to connect the portals, so I could only get a basic frame done on the island today. Day 53. I continued framing the nether island today, and I figured it would be easier if I used my gas to build the outside of the structure. So I ran back through the nether to grab it. I almost fell to my death trying to get it there, because this thing has terrible controls. Luckily, I'm awesome and I clutched it. I used all of the netherrack I gathered to build the shell of the island, then went back home using some conveniently timed rain to get some torches. The exact thing that I went to grab the torches to prevent happened at the end of the day. So now I have an entire section to rebuild tomorrow.
Just another day on these old train tracks, breaking a sweat, well, breaking my back. Just a couple days on these old train tracks, on my way back home. 20-something years of working in the sun. The days are hot, the days are long. Shackles, chains, shovels and spades work me to the bone. No, I'm not innocent, and I would do it all again. The devil earned his sin, wrapped in that worthless waste of skin. I'll never forgive him, I'll never forget. I'll never forgive him for what he did. See, I used to be a gambler at the crack of noon, with piles of chips at Sal's saloon. When my 4 races beat his straight, he tried to take my life. That son of a bitch! The roach of a man drew his gun and changed my plans from living life easy to a life behind chains. He shot my woman down. No, I'm not innocent, and I would do it all again. The devil earned his sin, wrapped in that worthless waste of skin. I'll never forgive him, I'll never forget. I'll never forgive him for what he did. Just another day on these old train tracks, breaking a sweat, well, breaking my back. Just a couple days on these old train tracks, on my way back. 20-something years of working in the sun. The days are hard, the days are long. Shackles, chains, shovels and spades work me to the bone. They work me to the bone. They work me to the bone.
Hello my friends, it is day 55 and I have a fun adventure planned for tomorrow. That'll take a few days to complete, so I want to finish up all my loose ends here before I do that. Building the big island was all I did today. It seemed a bit blocky when I was done, well not done, but almost done with it, so I think I'll trim things out later on the Ghast. Day 56. It's time to start on that adventure I mentioned yesterday, but before I head off I need to gather some supplies. I loaded the components to make a flying machine into a bundle, stocked up on food and wood, then headed north. If you know where I'm going, you're probably wondering what on earth I'm doing. I said I wouldn't be beating the dragon until my birthday, and that is still true. I'm not breaking any more promises, trust me. Instead, I'm headed to the end, in hopes of getting an elytra. How am I gonna do that without killing the dragon? Well, remember that flying machine? Despite the dragon's best attempt, we launched off. I really like these new end flashes. It's a shame that Mojang can't add anything else without going catatonic. After a very tense 10 minutes, seriously, it took 10 minutes to get from the main island to the outer end. We touched down. Tomorrow, I'll set off and look for my wings. For the first time in what seems like forever, I'll be at my full strength. And so I set out on day 57, hoping to find a city and loot it for its wings. I had a close call with the Void using the Trident, and from then on I decided to use a flying machine to traverse the gaps. To be honest with you, I'm kind of frustrated right now. I was looking through local student film castings before recording this, and every single one I thought I could do was 18 plus. I can wait and apply for some in January when I'm 18, but it's, you know, it's still frustrating to see cool projects. I got to the end city and started beating up shulkers. I don't remember them being so tanky. Is that just me? Anyways, end cities kind of break down when you have water in them. Good lord, Mojang, fix your fucking game. I grabbed some loot from the chests, stole some ender chests for later, then headed over to grab my elytra. Disaster struck as I entered the ship's hull. A crash. I relaunched as quickly as I could, but it happened again, and again, and again. Does anyone know what's causing this? Because I really need to get this fixed. I figured out what the problem was. It's my mods. When I loaded up the world with no mods installed, it was normal. It was just normal. I got some okay stuff from the chests in the ship, then made a shulker box to carry everything home. I climbed to the top of the ship and took my first flight of the world. I found and looted a second end city. I don't really want to loot too many of these, I'm just here for an elytra and a few shulker boxes. I put all of my gear except for a single pickaxe into a few shulker boxes. If you're wondering how I'm going to get home without killing the dragon, then let me demonstrate. I put the shulker boxes of gear in my ender chest. Then, a leap of faith is all it took to bring me back home. Sun was setting as my body remade itself. It's shocking that I can do that even from the void. I immediately crafted a new pickaxe and used it to mine some obsidian. 8 obsidian and an eye of ender makes an ender chest. Inside, all of my gear. I spent the rest of the day working for a new mending book for the elytra. Day 59. We are so close to the 2-month mark, gang. I want to hit 200 subscribers by the end of the year. So, if you like my videos, or if you want to do me a huge favor, please subscribe. There are always worse choices you can make. I got that mending book, then I went to the nether for a few supplies. I need soul sand to grow more nether wart. I also need gold for rails and magma blocks for the nether island. I got back from the nether trip, tossed everything in a chest, and then made a variety of warm-colored stained glass. Tomorrow is going to be a compound day, since I had to skip a day from the crashing. So I'm going to lock in and finish those islands. Hello my friends and welcome to day 60. I started work on the magma meteor in the center of the Nether Island. I didn't have enough space to work with, so the meteor looks a little bit off, but it's okay, it's my little meteor. Unfortunately, that is all for today. I'm sorry for lying yesterday about a compound video, and I'm sorry for a short video. I am going to be super busy for the next week. I have a school dance, and I have a debate tournament I have to go help at, and I'm very stressed out about midterms, and I'm also joining a building team, so, yeah, I hope you guys can forgive me. I started listening to Mistborn again. I am very normal about Brandon Sanderson, trust. Day 61. I almost finished the Big Island today. I'm going to put my main house right here. I've been really interested in Victorian houses recently, specifically Gothic Revival houses. So I'm going to try my hand at building one over the next few days. With a few torches and a creeper explosion, the island is almost complete. I came back the next day to finish the island, and wow, it's looking adequate. Then I headed to my XP farm to fix up my gear. From there I headed east, to where I saw a pale garden during my trident hunt a few weeks ago. I've never actually gone into a pale garden. It was not as bad as I expected. The creakings are pretty weak and easy to get rid of, or if you aren't violent, they're pretty easy to ignore too. While I gather wood, here are some recommendations for Mojang if they want the pale garden to be actually scary. Number 1, change the generation. Right now they generate on top of hills, which makes them stand out, but also make them seem less daunting. I suggest you put them in pits instead. That makes it more of a commitment to go in and harder to escape if things go wrong. Add a structure. Right now the only thing to do in the pale garden is gather wood and resin. Both can be done super quickly and aren't that fun, to be honest. Adding a structure gives the biome more of a reason to exist. Maybe a pale mansion or some kind of puzzle structure. 3, add one more enemy. 2 enemies with different mechanics would make it feel so much more dynamic. Right now you're just kind of looking around till you find a creaking, hitting the creaking and then destroying the heart. It's not very fun. I'm thinking since Mojang has really liked skeletons recently, it could be some kind of skeletal bird that pecks at you. But that's just my opinion. Feel free to tell me how you think they should improve the game in the comments. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Let's say 40 likes, and I'll make a video about it. I think that's fair. Hello my friends, it is day 62 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. I set off from the Pale Garden looking for a cherry biome. I know that there's one by my XP farm, but I was looking for one that was a little bit bigger. I didn't end up finding one, but I did find this one, which has 3 trees, so that's neat. I ended up going back to the XP farm and grabbing the trees from there. Then it was just one rocket through the nether to get back home. I started working on the frame/outline to the house. Trust me, this is not finished. This is far from finished. Please don't judge it yet. Please, 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 please. Day 64. Wow, we're at a stack. I realized I didn't get all the blocks I need to finish the house, so I headed into the nether to start the process. This probably isn't worth the time investment, but I'm doing it anyways. I started killing wither skeletons and got my first skull almost immediately. Same with the second. But I didn't realize how fragile the elytra made me until I was manhandled by every mob in the known universe. Thankfully, I got most of my stuff back. I only lost my axe, shovel, and my pants, which are all easily replaced, with only a little bit of humiliation. Day 65. I got the final skull and then headed back into the overworld. I stashed the skulls in a chest, then started building the house. I didn't get very far. I'm not a very fast builder, okay? Be patient. Guys, it's happening. Just Roll With It Riptide is back. It's back! For those who don't know and haven't read my channel bio, I love Just Roll With It Riptide. It is my favorite D&D campaign, and if I'm being totally honest, it is my favorite story ever. And if you couldn't tell, Jay Farron is my favorite. I love her. Link to that in the description. Today I'm fighting the Wither. I made a tunnel at Deep Slate level and summoned it. Since I'm stupid, I didn't bring the regeneration or strength potions I was saving, which led to my retreat and then subsequent death. I did grab the potions though. I re-geared and then dropped back down. Once I got into it, the Wither fight isn't hard at all. I finished the fight and got my Nether Star, and a good amount of Deep Slate, which is what I was really doing all of this for. Next, I used the Deep Slate to tile my roof. Of course, since I'm dumb, I didn't get enough of it to finish the roof, so I guess I'm gonna get more tomorrow. Until next time, friends. I dropped into the first cave I ever explored on this world, looking for anything I could. Mostly Deep Slate, but I did scrounge up some diamonds and gold too. With the Deep Slate, I finished my roof. Then I spent the rest of the day decorating my house. I didn't record the first part of the next day. Just know that I made a sheep farm and I headed to the bastion. It was a rough ride getting to the treasure room, but with a few roasted pigs I made it to the center. Inside was 2 netherite upgrades as well as 2 ingots. I'm not going to upgrade my gear for a little bit. I want to get max enchantments before I do that, because I think it's more expensive to enchant netherite than it is diamond. Final day starts a little bit early. Oops. I want to put a trim on my armor. For that I need diamonds, and I'm almost out of those. So I head into the sky to search for caves. I found a few diamonds in caves near my house, but the rest of the day came up empty. As a last-ditch effort, I headed to the stronghold. Not for the end portal, but for a water cave I found underneath the structure. The water cave had exactly what I was looking for. Diamonds on top of diamonds. I mined all that I could, then headed out. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! And if you're watching from the future, happy whatever day it is. Let's get out of this stronghold, shall we? Right there, yeah. That took an embarrassing amount of time to find. Anyways, today was a lot of brain-dead wandering. I thought I needed a new pickaxe to break my diamonds. I didn't. I nearly doubled my yield with only fortune 2. After that, I trimmed my armor, rib on everything except for the chest plate, which I put flow on. Don't worry, I'll get a texture pack to fix the inconsistency, but this armor isn't gonna stay with me for long anyways. More aimless wandering, and a little bit of villager wrangling before I remember I should be doing something important. Something important turns out to be a rail connecting the Sky Island to the compound through the Nether. Hello my friends, my name is Trashbird Crow, and I am here to welcome you to the Ultimate Compound video. This video exists because I've gone through immense personal tragedy in the last couple of days, and Minecraft has not been my top priority, but we are so back today. Let's start with day 71, shall we? I ran out of iron, so I went back to the cave by spawn and mined as much as I could. With the help of fortune, I came back with 3.5 stacks. Not too bad. I slapped it in my super smelter, then I really stepped up the villager wrangling. Day 72, I got my first 4 villagers on my Sky Island. I didn't really have a place to put them, so I guess they'll just go underground. I did build them a simple little trading hall, so their life isn't all bad. I finished out the day getting more wheat to get more villagers. I started day 73 with a little bit more villager wrangling before quickly switching to sheep wrangling, which is far easier because I can tie them up. The thing that I'm putting the sheep into is an automatic wool farm. It won't be the fastest, but it will give me a little bit of extra wool. I then headed out in the search of villages. They spawn with hay bales, and I want a lot of wheat for what I have planned. During the night, I fixed that ugly trench going through the middle of my base. I think it's been something like 60 days since I built that thing, and I've never used it once. Finally, I built an ender pearl stasis chamber to hopefully keep the area loaded while I'm away. Day 74. I spent the day doing random stuff, then during the night I headed to the desert biome to gather a bunch of sand. I ended out the day with more villager wrangling. Day 75 I realized some of my villagers got zombified, somehow. So I made a weakness potion and some golden apples. Before long they were shivering like a baby in the Arctic. While they were cooking, I decorated their part of the trading hall and sent over the mending librarian. A few thoughts and prayers later, they were cured. At the end of the day I started working on what I like to call the Pink Library. Day 76. I spent today trading with librarians, hoping to get some good enchantments. I got Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, and Unbreaking 2. Then I sent them all to the Pink Library. This library, it isn't very pink, is it? Let's fix that. Day 77, I gathered some cherry wood to make the Pink Library, well, pink. Then I got most of the interior done. Day 78, I finished working on the Pink Library, and transitioned to working on my house. You know, I didn't really build this thing with, like, a plan, which kinda came back to bite me as I was trying to decorate. I have no idea how houses are decorated, even though I do live in one. Day 79. I finished the first pass on my house, then I abandoned it to go look for caves. I saw this really cool one near my armadillo farm, and I wanted to check it out. Unfortunately, while it was big, it didn't go deep, so that was kind of a waste of time. After my cave adventure, I kinda just wandered around for the rest of the day. Oh, I did make some more potions for my armadillo farm. That's cool. But yeah, that's all for today, folks. It is now time for me to disappear for another week and you will never hear from me. Farewell, my friends. Until next time. Hello, my friends. I'm quite liking this weekly upload schedule. It frees up my time for schoolwork and my other projects. Go watch them if you haven't. I spent quite a long time on them. Day 80. I started a breeding program for my armadillos. More armadillos means more silverfish, which in turn means more experience. I got a couple more, maybe 6 or 7, then tossed them back in the fire. The XP rates were immediately noticeable. I then re-enchanted an axe to go and cut down my trees. I'm getting rid of this wall because it's never really done anything for me. Ignore the big hole in it, that doesn't matter. Day 81. I continued chopping and burning until the whole wall was gone. The rest of the day was spent villager rolling, but nothing really came of that. That night I decided that the lava duplicator needed an expansion, so I got right in it, literally. Burning is one of the worst ways to die, I've discovered. Not only because of the pain, but because you lose most of your stuff. Thankfully my elytra was alright, but my trident didn't have the same luck. Day 83. Since I lost everything, I want to get it back better. So now I'm working towards perfect armor. The first step to that is a protection for a villager. Sadly, this one didn't want to give it to me today. So I spent the night trying to get my trident back. Day 83, I didn't make any progress. Only a slightly better unbreaking trade on the villager. And actually, I made negative progress because I died to a drowned. Day 84 features the swim of shame and no new progress. I decided to pivot my goals to get a looting sword, because apparently looting does increase your chances at getting a trident. Who knew? But it took so long to build up levels that I ran out of time for the day. Day 85, I forgot to record, so here's an artistic rendition using the replay mod. I went to the northern sand pits to gather sand, obviously. Then I went back in a masterfully shot cinematic flying sequence, and stashed all the sand in my super smelter. Next thing I did was roll for a looting villager. I know I said protection before, but I haven't been getting good RNG with my enchantment table, so I thought villagers would be a better option. Day 86. I spent all day on my space elevator. I finished the body, but I didn't have enough water to fill it. So I jumped down and climbed back up. Then I didn't have enough bone meal for kelp, so I went to the nether to get some. Finally, we have a working space elevator. Hello my friends, I've been procrastinating making this video for a long time, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. Day 87. I tried enchanting my sword, but my table luck has been terrible lately. So instead, I tried getting a librarian with the enchantment I wanted. And hey, would you look at that? There it is. So I slapped it on my sword, which right now happens to have Smite 4 as well. To the ocean cave! Alright, let's count how many drowned it takes to get my trident. 1, 2, holy cow, we did it, gang! We saved the city. Hold on, what's that creepy sound? You still need Riptide. Fuck! Well, we can get that later. For now, I have a villager to cure. Day 88. I got some new pants from my armorer and then spend the rest of the day rolling enchantments. I can't remember which one I was going for though, because I don't take notes. Okay, let's see what I did that night. Oh yes, midnight silverfish killing. It's a common practice in Florida. Not where I live though. We have earwigs here. Hate those nasty things. Oh yeah, I also made my axe better. Day 89. We are still on that hustle mindset. If you aren't making stacks, you are a failure. I'm showing you how I became a trillionaire at 17 in my online course. The default package is $2,000 a month, but you can upgrade to the premium package at $4,000 for the best experience. I got the Riptide villager. With a little bit more hustling, I was able to afford Riptide, Mending, and Unbreaking for my trident. Then I went out and collected an amount of dirt. Day 90 I finally got that protection villager, and with them I can start filling in the spots in the pink library. With my Yowie restocked, I headed out to the sand pits. The sand pits don't wait for anyone, including me. So after I grabbed some obsidian from a lava pool, I used my godlike powers to call upon the rain. Rain and Riptide go together like Commando and the trash can. I grabbed myself a good amount of sand and set up a portal for easy access later. Just kidding, it's 800 blocks in the nether. I'm never doing that. I did spend the rest of the day setting up a road there though. Day 92. I got back on that grind set mindset and financed my way to 3 sets of enchantment books. They're gonna stay in my inventory for now. Anyways, who's up silvering they fish? Day 93, I got enough levels to enchant all of my armor with protection, unbreaking, and mending. I broke my anvil earlier, so I went mining to get the iron for a new one. A few minutes later, I have perfectly protective armor. I'm still missing some miscellaneous armor enchantments, but I can fix that later. Now I want to test it, just for funsies. So, I headed off to an ancient city. We are heading down now. It took a while, as always, to dig down to the ancient city. I had to dig through an entire mountain. But I made it. I set up a quick spawn point at the entrance to the city, then made my way in. I've never liked crouching through ancient cities. Like with Pale Gardens, I think ancient cities could be done way better. Sneaking around should make you feel vulnerable. Ancient cities don't do that, they just make me feel annoyed. It's the same game of sneak around, build around a chest, and open it. That is until my game crashed. I know the drill. It looks like I won't be using mods for the rest of the day. When I rejoined the world, I apparently stopped thinking and accidentally spawned the warden. Okay, pause. What I said earlier about not feeling vulnerable? Throw it out the window, because now it's exciting. I was cornered. I didn't have rockets for my elytra, and my water was back at the entrance, providing my escape. So there was nothing I could do but back into a corner as the warden slowly approached. The anticipation of waiting to the end was only topped by the relief I felt when I survived, which lasted all of 10 seconds. So I crawled my way back. A couple more chests, and another warden spawn, and I got out of there. Hello, my friends. As of December 27th, 2025, it is day 100 of playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. But that's today. I still need to tell you what I did this week. So let's get into it. Day 95. I went back to the ancient city hoping for one more swift sneak book. Sadly, that didn't happen, and after summoning a few more wardens, I got out of there. I explored the nearby caves on my way back to the surface, grabbing the occasional diamond on the way. It was night when I made my way out, and I gathered the wheat from some nearby villages before making my way home. I dropped off my deep dark loot, then refilled my smelter. Then I got to work on another island. This one is going to be a massive storage system for all the random junk I end up with. I had the shell of the island done by the end of the day. Day 97, I finished up the island and started gathering dirt for the top. When that was done, I headed out to get copper for the build itself. Then the game crashed, as well as my recording. So it looks like we're using a replay mod for the footage today. I got a ton of copper, then tossed it in my smelter. Then I started on the storage building. Phantoms did not make my job easy, but I did sleep, so hopefully they'd be mitigated in the future. Day 99, I continued building the storage, and I trimmed up my armor. I'm going for I want it to look kind of like the Will Shaper's armor from the Stormlight Archive. Tell me if I did a good job. Well, it's not done yet. It's gotta be netherite first, but when it is netherite, tell me if I did a good job or not. Day 100. It might be the 100th day, but it didn't feel very special. Kinda like Christmas this year. And because of that, I just kept working on the storage building. I did make a spear though. I tried it out too. Honestly, I'm not a big fan. I ended the day watching the sunrise through the pouring rain. At least, trying to. We're halfway to the end, guys. Hello everyone, my name is Crow, and I am now officially 18 years old. I should be acting like an adult now, but I'm still playing one day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. I started outlining a large project underneath my archipelago. In the process, I accidentally broke a beehive and had to exterminate all the inhabitants. I am so sorry. Phantoms came out, so I had to stop the whole project for the night. Day 102, I continued on the project, getting a couple of the walls set up. Day 103, I got the walls complete and started working on the roof, but it was super slow, so I headed to an ancient city to get Swift Sneak 3. That might sound like a time waste, but I think the time saved will be worth it. You might think going to an ancient city is a bad idea, but this time I brought my water with me, so I can zip around with no issue. I got lucky and found a Swift Sneak 3 book, then I ran away, only summoning one warden in the process. With my newfound speed, I finished the roof in 3 minutes instead of 4. Oh god, it's so jarring to see a Costco in the middle of my world. I took a break after that to go netherite mining. I only need 4, so I was done quickly. I went back to the overworld and upgraded my armor to netherite. I also tried naming it, but naming things costs more levels now, which I think is stupid. I finalized my upgrades by making a decent infinity bow, then I headed to the stronghold. It's not the day of reckoning yet, so I spent some time building a house over my stronghold entrance. Day 106 was my birthday, and the day I'm going to fight the Ender Dragon. So I jumped in the portal and got ready. I started by using my bow and elytra to destroy all the unprotected crystals. Then I used the corner strat and a crispy flyby to destroy the caged ones. I tried to use my spear to attack the dragon with a bunch of speed, but the one enemy that I could see people using the spear against just knocks you away as soon as you get close. It's dumb. So instead I pelted it from a distance. Trying to get in close when she perched got me flung into the stratosphere, so I forwent attacking and just shot at it from a tower for the rest of the fight. And there we have it! kinda underwhelming to be honest. Day 107 I used the newly spawned gateway to head to the outer end. This is giving me all sorts of ideas for an end update. Mojang better not mess that up. I grabbed a second elytra and some extra shells before dipping back to the overworld. That's it for Minecraft this week. If you want to see more of me, I'll be streaming on Twitch semi-regularly at twitch.tv/trashbirdcrow. Hello my friends, I recorded all of this on Monday, and I am doing the editing on Tuesday, because I'm going on a trip, and I won't be here. So, yeah, I'll see you guys when I get back. That being said, day 108, I went redstone mining for redstone components. Then I went quartz mining for redstone components. Then I went to this other cave to go mining for redstone components. And also diamonds and also iron. Day 109. I returned home and traded with a librarian for feather falling. Then I forgot about him until editing this video. Oopsie. I made some redstone components and cleared out some space for a future farm. Day 110, I started building said future farm. It's a pumpkin farm. Call me Wreck Rap the way I be farming gourds. Are melons gourds? I don't think so. Anyways, I got most of the mechanics done, but it is ugly. Day 111. Finally destroyed that dumbass pillar up to my sky islands. Then I flew to the spruce forest to cut trees faster to make furnace food. Hindsight, I should have just chopped the trees at my base. Day 112, I outlined a new island, got bored, then flew to a lush cave to get some glowberries to light the bottom of the old islands. I walked home through the nether because I thought it would be faster, but it definitely wasn't. Day 113. I started a second outline on top of the first one and started shaping the first one. These two islands are going to fuse together and be island buddies. I also disabled phantom spawns because fuck phantoms. Day 114, I worked on the new island. I wish there was a way to build in the air without a happy gas because I hate using happy gas. They're so annoying to use. Mojang, fix your fucking game. Anyways, that's all. Bye everyone. Hello my friends. Today is going to be a little bit lower energy because I am sick, if you couldn't tell by the sound of my voice. Alright, let's get into it, because I played Minecraft this week. Isn't that wild? Day 115. I started having problems with my kind of okay super smelter. The main one is that I refuse to clear the storage, but look at them. They're so cozy in there. I built an island today. Like, insert person who built an island here. Day 116. I saw the next update teaser today and thought, I'm not nearly cruel enough to the baby animals. So I built the chicken compressor. Then I got bored with killing chickens and got the dragon egg. I was actually there for the ender pearls, but I just ended up grabbing the egg on my way out, and I thought I should mention it. Day 117, I continued working on the islands. It's a lot of blocks. It's just a lot of blocks. Day 118. I worked on the islands some more until I ran out of stone. Then I chopped wood so I could keep feeding my furnaces. They're very hungry. Day 119. I didn't like how the first island turned out, but I'm not going to try and fix it. So I'm going to try a new style on the second one, which should be flatter, with a few stalactites. Day 120. Furnaces are still super hungry, so I gotta feed them. I bought feather falling from that villager that I keep forgetting about, then started expanding my villager breeder. Day 121, I continued on the villager breeder. Then I realized I don't want to dig this out by hand, so I went to the nether to gather gold for a beacon. And no, I am not building a gold farm. Gold montage. Hello my friends, this week was exclusively building islands, so I hope you can forgive me if I don't have anything interesting to say. I'm just gonna put some music over this and show you what happened. my friends, and welcome back to One Day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. Day 129. I need slime, so I went searching for a swamp. I forgot that slimes only spawn at night, so I had to wait a little bit. I spent the time waiting, changing my mini-HUD settings. When night came, I killed some slimes and then chased a black cat around. I was super excited when I managed to tame it, but then I was distraught and I almost stopped playing for the day. But no, I still need to play One Day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. So I kept going and found another witch hut. And I got my black cat. What should I name her? I want to hit 1,000 subscribers before I'm done with this series. And we are not on track for that. So if you want to help out, subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and you can always unsubscribe when I finish. Anyways, day 130. I spent most of the day launching and landing to lead my cat back to the archipelago. When I got back, I made some oozing potions to potentially turn the 33 slime into much, much more. So I took it to the XP farm and, oh god, not again. Day 131, I killed the slimes and headed back. Now I can show you what I needed them for. Behold, a rail duplicator. Infrastructure is about to go crazy. I also lit up the area around my compound because I was sick of zombies interrupting my building. Day 132. You thought I was gonna build a railroad? Nah, mob farm. Day 133. I put the water streams and trapdoors in my mob farm. If you've played Minecraft, you've seen this farm. It's the definitive mob farm, but with a few twists. The drop shaft doesn't have to be as long because I don't need it for XP, so I can make it fully automatic with a water stream and minecart track. So whenever I'm near my islands, I'm making passive mob farm income. Day 134. I finished the collection system for my mob farm and accidentally hit my cat with my trident. I felt so bad, so I hunted fish to heal her. Then, when trying to get light inside of my mob farm, I died. And I died again. Day 135, I managed to scrounge up a little bit of my gear. My boots, my trident, and my elytra to be exact. I started getting replacements with the emeralds I've been hoarding. And I also found this gray cat, which is one of my favorite colors of cats. You know what to do. Give me some names in the comments. And that's all for this week. I hope to see you next week on One Day of Minecraft each day until I graduate high school. Farewell. Hello my friends, welcome back to One Day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. Day 136. I was kind of disoriented today because I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's right, I was building skeleton horse stables, right? No, I was lighting up the area beneath my islands. Of course. Oh shit, that guy has my helmet. Give me that back, you prick. I don't usually turn on my mic while I'm recording, but, you know, it's desperate times and all. That's such a relief to get my helmet back. You have no idea. You probably do because of the relief that's sounding in my voice. It's a relief, okay? It's a relief. Neat. Thank you. Day 137. I was horsing around the whole day, but I still managed to make stables for my horses. Now I hope there aren't any really large apes around here. Day 138. I used wool to outline the future buildings on this island. Then I gathered a bunch of sand for a new house. I'm gonna build this one on a diagonal, so wish me luck. Day 139, I made the outline for the new house and started working on the front. You know what? This calls for a montage, because day 140 and 141 were all about building. So, I hope you enjoy. Hello my friends and welcome back to One Day of Minecraft every day until I graduate high school. This week was all building, but first, I need to get the resources to do so. That being sandstone and a whole bunch of spruce and oak wood. Alright, let's get started. In my opinion, building is a lot like fashion. If you can't be interesting with color, you have to be interesting using shape. And if not shape, then texture. Though most good builds incorporate elements of all three. All I can say for this build is, I tried my best. Before the cataclysm, there were 18 of us. Me, Annie, Dust, Eater, Lead, Rocky, Quo, and others, whose names I've forgotten, it seems. It's been a long time since then. Give me a break. We had a country together. We called it Daita. Oh man, it was beautiful. It was in the seaside cove with all of our builds, like, suspended from the cliffside, or like built on top of it. It was magical. I think. I can't quite remember. What happened to Daita? Oh, it was at the center of the cataclysm. Yeah, huge chunks of it just tore out of the ground and launched in every direction. I remember I held on for dear life as what's left of my house just launched into the sky, way above the clouds. It must have been days before it finally stopped moving. Then it just sat there, hanging so far up I couldn't see the ground. After that, I remember falling. Then, somehow, I ended up here. Anyways, the house. How's it look? I tried to be as faithful as I could, but, memory loss, you know?